Push it.
Push it, Pookie.
Keep push it with your face.
Push it real good.
Yeah.
Come up here, Pook.
Come on.
Just as long as you don't like walk on my. She's like, no,
She
I changed my mind.
scared you? Come here.
She's like, no, I'm freaking
Jump
out.
up on that one. Jump up on this
You can
one.
jump up on that one.
Jump on that one, and then
Yeah.
jump on this one.
Look
Come
at her
here.
little face.
That's right. Come here, Poop.
Look at her little
I'm gonna
face.
show her.
She's like,
the easier way. Come here, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
wait, check this out.
You can jump up here, and then you can go here. See?
What?
Oh, she was like, oh, the tail kind of went a little bit. She's, oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Pook. Just please don't step on that, though.
Yeah.
You can walk behind it.
There you go.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Unless she
Yeah.
just goes like that.
That's right. Okay.
I'll put that at the end. Like it's a little
Pookie,
thing.
so start the show. Well, okay. She's leaving. You don't want to leave again? Try it again. Try that shit again. Try it again.
Yeah.
No, she didn't give a shit.
She doesn't give a shit.
Mm.
So anyway, hi you guys. It's Wednesday. We're farting around with the cat
Yeah.
in the office. As soon as she heard us both in here, she
She's
like,
like, oh, well, I
she
gotta
pushed
be
the
on the
little
show.
door open with her
Yeah.
face and like tried to
Yeah.
jump up on the desk and stuff.
You just see a
Just-
face pushing the door open. You're looking at what's up? Hey,
What's up? You guys are in here, so now I have to
Yeah.
be in here and I have to
Yeah.
fuck with everything.
What's going on today?
The first thing I wanted to say, I have some very, very sad news. I just found out that Stuart Gordon has passed away.
Stuart Gordon. It sounds familiar. Who's that?
Reanimator,
Oh.
Dagon,
Yeah.
From Beyond,
Yeah,
the
that guy.
director.
Right.
Yep, he died.
I didn't know about
today.
that. Okay.
I just found out about it. I saw it on
How old was he?
72.
Okay.
I think he had health problems for a while because I did see that the last thing that he had really worked on, because he kind of went out of movies later on and he went into like more into stage work. The last thing he worked on, and I didn't know this, and now I kind of want to see it. He did like a musical or a stage play or something about that German guy that like wanted to eat that other guy, and like he
Yeah.
got somebody to
remember that.
voluntarily come and like cook and eat him. Yeah, like Stuart Gordon made a musical about that.
That's ridiculous.
And I'm like, that sounds kind of rad. Now I kind of want to see it.
Probably didn't
But
go
yeah,
over.
he
Probably went
passed
over like
away.
a damn fart in a spacesuit.
No, I don't. It might have been good. I don't know.
Okay.
Like I said, because he's always kind of doing that sort of like experimental kind of
All right.
shit. I mean, well, and there's kind of been a trend like the last probably 10, 15 years of horror-themed musicals
Yeah, that's
or
true.
musicals that's based
like
on
Sweeney Todd.
fucked up shit that you wouldn't normally. Yeah, it's not like unprecedented or
I guess
anything
so,
like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
So yeah. So yeah, he passed away, and we've reviewed Dagon. We reviewed
Excellent
we did From Beyond, didn't we?
flick.
I'm pretty sure we did
I
From
don't
Beyond,
know.
and we did Reanimator.
Yeah.
We also did Bride of Reanimator, although I think that was Brian Yesna. Hey, stop it, Poop.
Yeah, cat moving the damn.
See, that's
camera.
what she's like. What?
Oh,
What
come
are you even? She's like,
She's trying to swap my hand.
she's like, no.
Yeah, mostly H.P. Lovecraft themed movies that he's doing.
Yeah, he
They're
did.
good.
He did Castle Freak too, didn't he?
I
Yeah, I think he did
so.
Castle Freak. Yeah, and we also reviewed Castle
Yeah.
Freak, so we've actually done more Stuart
And,
Gordon movies than I thought.
That gives me a chance to plug Color from Space. Color Out
Color
of
Out of
Space.
Space.
Yeah. We got to see that again. I bought it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it again.
You got to see that again. That shit was good. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and stream it. Is it streaming? It's probably streaming now, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it's
don't think
streaming everything.
it's not on Shudder or anything.
They're
as
streaming
far as I
brand
know.
new movies now.
Well, yeah, you knew that was going to happen.
Knew that was
because
gonna
it's
happen.
Like, well,
Yeah.
because you can't go out. Like, I just saw AMC just started streaming Bloodshot through
Yeah.
their app. I mean, you got to pay a lot, like I said. You got to pay like $20 to see it.
Okay,
but
so you're actually buying it.
you're buying it.
Because they're already, yeah, it's
But
already,
that's still cheaper than 2 movie tickets.
yeah, it's
If
for
you're watching it.
it's also for sale on Amazon.
Yeah.
You can buy it off of Amazon.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy it in hard copy. I'm not gonna buy a digital copy of it.
I would rather,
for
yeah.
$20. They can kiss my ass. I want a physical product
Yeah.
for that kind of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
just right. Some stuff
Right.
you just might have to wait longer.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I just noticed that today because I was curious to see like if they'd put like new shit up. Well, the thing about the AMC app, it's like all the new shit is up, and they put a bunch of old movies up too, which I thought was
Yeah.
kind of neat. They were like cheap. They're like $3 or $4,
Yeah.
just like if you rent them on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, that's kind of cool.
There's a lot of stuff that's not gonna survive the apocalypse, and like I said, it's going just along what I said. The comic book industry and comic book shops. That's coming. Diamond Comics closed, and that's what kept that afloat. Or some people say no, that the Diamond Comics actually was destroying it with their fucked up policies. But that's a thing of the past now.
Yeah, I just noticed like some other because like I said, a lot of fast food places and stuff are doing good.
Yeah.
But I just read an article that Burger King, at least in the UK, they decided to close. But what they're going to do is they're not going to pay rent on their buildings like they negotiated with like their landlords and stuff to not pay the rent,
Just
so
to hold up,
they
yeah.
can still pay their employees.
Right.
So they're going to pay people as though they were
as
at
if
work.
they're working.
Which is pretty rad,
Yeah.
actually. So
Get
good
some-
on you, Burger King.
There's a couple people that show up in the comments that fucking listen to the doctors. And look, we are listening to the doctors. It's just that, some people want to interpret this in a different way. They want to make it worse than what it is. They're just going to slow down the spread of it. They're not going to stop the spread. That hasn't been done.
Well, you can't stop the
You
spread
can't stop
ever.
it.
But
Right.
it's better to slow it down.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we'll be fucked later on.
You'll
what I mean?
suffer more casualties if you don't slow it down.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, is you don't have to slow it down. You don't have to lock everywhere down. You just lock. They're going to find out where they are, where the infected cases are. They're going to keep that place locked down. They're going to free up everybody else. They're going to put everybody else back to work.
Well, yeah, like I said, depending on
where you
at.
are.
I mean, in
Right.
high population areas, I
Yeah.
don't think that's a good idea.
Right.
But yeah,
They
so
can't let the fucking civilization fall apart. They'll
Yeah.
be hell to pay if they did.
although, like I said, if they let everybody run around with the disease, though, then civilization will fall apart just a couple months from now.
No,
like if
actually-
everybody gets it.
Actually, I saw an analysis of what would happen if they just did absolutely nothing, and it still wouldn't be that bad. Just more people would die.
Well, we'll
But
see how it goes.
wouldn't
though.
be a civilization ending event if they just let it ride.
We'll
It's
see how
not
it
deadly
goes.
enough.
Yeah.
It's not deadly enough. I mean, if you were talking about 30% mortality, something along the level of like the Black Death, then yeah, it might end a civilization. But now with the mortality rate that you have now, you could actually just let that bitch run wild. People would die about 5% probably, 3 to 5%, but it would all be within that older age bracket. Most of them.
I was going to say that one of the things, because you said you wanted to bring this up, one of the things that I guess like eBay sellers and stuff like that are getting desperate
Yeah.
to sell their stuff, as you would, because a lot of them are like smaller. Because
Good deals on shit right now.
So I have some shit on eBay
Yeah.
too. I'm not like lowering the price because
Yeah.
I have a bunch of cheap shit on there, but you know what I mean.
Good deals on there
So
right
he
now.
ended up getting.
Pair of damn gargoyle glasses.
He
like
got
Terminator.
the Terminator glasses.
Yeah.
He's been wanting those for a long time, but he's like, man, I'm not paying like $80 fucking dollars.
Yeah,
or however
$80,
much they
$90,
were.
sometimes $100. With the case of Brent, they're with gargoyle 85s, which are kind of like 1985 versions of gargoyle. They're improved a little bit, but just by looking at them, they look like those same glasses from Terminator 1.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
because he wants to.
They're in homage of that Terminator 1.
You want to
guy.
do like the Halloween costume one of these days.
Yeah, I got the jacket. I even got the pants. I just need a pair of engineer boots, and I needed those glasses.
And now you have them.
Yeah, I could even. Well, you know what? Because I could probably. They'd make a shirt too, like a reproduction of that shirt that he had. I'd probably get something like that. But no, I could do fucking Terminator.
It's so much easier to do Halloween nowadays because it's like so many people do
Yeah.
cosplay, like not just for Halloween, but going to conventions and stuff. So it's like there's fucking Etsy sellers that
Yeah.
make shit that looks exactly like the
Yeah.
movie. Like if
Right.
you want to pay money, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Play for it.
But I don't even have to cut my hair like most guys would. I just have to let my hair grow out.
Our friend Matt did Terminator one year, and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah. He was like a little mini Terminator. There was a lot of stuff he didn't have though.
Yeah.
For his costume, but I
think he's done it several years in a row just
Yeah.
because like it's easy
And he
to
didn't
do,
have
I
those
guess.
glasses.
He had similar ones.
He has similar
though.
ones, but he didn't have the right
Well,
ones.
like I said, I don't blame him if they're fucking usually $80.
Yeah.
But now somebody on eBay had them for
Yeah, I
a
got
lot
it for
cheaper.
$33.
Yeah, so they were like less than half the price.
Less than half. I first saw them at 45, and I was like, "Oh man, that's a good deal." And then I checked, and wait a minute, they're in Miami. A seller in Miami had them for $33, delivered.
I
Bing!
am
Got 'em.
morally opposed to paying more than $12 for a pair of sunglasses.
Okay, well look, man.
I mean, for myself, I would never pay them.
Gargoyles, I can justify gargoyles a little bit because they're ballistic rated safety glasses for shootings and combat. And they make them in different colors and different styles. That's
All
not
right,
what most.
fair enough.
It's a combat glass.
Yeah.
You could wear that in the service. You know what I mean? They make different colors. In service, you'd probably wear the yellow ones or the clear ones, or the slightly smoked ones. You know, but
All right, then I'll go
Yeah.
$40 for that. But
Yeah.
any more than that, I think is bullshit.
Yeah, it's a shooting glass.
I mean,
Sure
honestly,
does.
I think like it's a different price point for each thing.
Yeah.
But I'm always kind of like up to a certain point, up to a certain price. Yes, the price matters, but after a certain price point, and like I said, it's different for every product. After a certain price point, you are not getting any. You're only paying for
You're
the
paying for
name,
name.
the
Yeah.
packaging or
Yeah.
or the kind
The
of
name.
thing around it or
Right.
whatever.
Like
Because it's not going to get any better than one that was like X cost. You know what I mean?
the snow glasses that Bond was wearing in Spectre in that last movie one. He had the funny looking glasses.
Yeah.
Those things are like fucking $1,200.
So I've heard.
Yeah, they're like because I thought about. I said, man, I want to get some of those glasses, and I looked them up and I was like, nope. Nope.
Every now and then,
That's some
like,
shit you wear with your fucking $3,200 Rolex or Petit Philippe or some shit like that. You know, I mean, it's
Yeah.
not.
it's just
It's not real
that's
people.
like not for real people.
It's not for real people. No.
That's for imaginary people that
Yeah.
have like
You go to that mall like
money
they-
falling out of their butthole.
like in that expensive ass mall.
That's exactly what I was
It's
thinking
real.
of.
Yeah.
There's if you go on Dan Bell's channel, because like I said,
Yeah.
he doesn't just do dead malls. He does
Yeah.
creepy abandoned places. He does like shitty hotel rooms. But he went to this one mall. It's in Miami.
Yeah.
What's it called? Bal Harbor or whatever
I think it's
called.
something like that.
And
Americans don't go there. It's just foreigners.
well, I just feel
Yeah.
well, it's just like all rich people.
Super
it's
rich
just like
foreigners,
this
right.
huge open like every single store is like a designer store. They have like the cars. You know how in the malls they pull the cars and they're like the new models or whatever. This
Yeah.
car is like
Lamborghinis, Ferraris.
how much was
fucking-
how much did this fucking car cost? Like $250,000 or some shit.
No, it's more than that.
I was just like looking at the monthly payment and I'm like, holy
Yeah.
crap, that's like 3 months
he,
rent
and
or
he handed him a $45,000 watch.
watch.
Remember that fucking and like it was nothing. Just handed him a 40.
Yeah, and let
just,
him
"Can I
like
see that
look
watch?"
at it.
It's 45,000.
$45,000.
And he's like, "Oh, it's so beautiful, you know."
It's not that fucking beautiful.
Well, they're handmade. Almost always they're
I
hand.
know,
They're at
but
that
it's
price,
like
they're like a
still.
handmade watch, and it's like it's for rich people. You can tell because you can smoke in there. You
Yeah,
can
it's
smoke
very
wherever you
European.
want. They don't fucking put up any of that no smoking bullshit. They got too much money.
Well,
That's
yeah.
for poor people.
You know what cracked me up? It's like
Yeah.
I know this is kind of like a weird like sidetrack and everything, but because I said on the show yesterday that I've been watching that series, that French series, Marianne, and I finished watching that, so I'm definitely going to review that for the matinee show. So much smoking on that show, you guys. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that it's like because in the U.S. like most people have quit. You know what I mean? Like I quit, he quit.
Yeah.
Some
I
people
quit
gone-
vaping.
Yeah, some people have gone to
Too.
vaping, but it's like now you don't really even see a lot of vaping anymore
No.
because I feel like people are kind of getting sick of that too. But it's like in Marianne, the French and it's new. It just came out like last year, man. Everybody's just smoking like chimneys, like
Yeah.
all the time. And I'm like, holy crap! I wonder if they still do that in France, or they were just doing that for the show. I don't really know.
Yeah, I tell you one thing though is that if you guys are smoking, you want to quit smoking, vape. I would have never quit smoking without vaping.
And he quit like immediately, like
Quit
as
immediately.
soon as you quit, as soon as you started vaping,
Yeah.
you quit smoking like.
Some people can't seem to do that, but I did.
Well, the thing, I guess it depends on what
What
you
it
get
is
with
you're
the
vaping.
vaping.
Yeah.
Some people, it takes them a little while to get the hang of it because
Yeah.
it's not.
It's not quite the same.
It's,
They can't inhale straight in. They want to do it. They want a mouth hit like they do off a cigarette.
Right.
You can't do that with vape.
It's like a different experience. It's
Yeah.
good to have because I mean, for a while, like I'd have the vape in my office, and it'd be good because if I wanted a cigarette, I could just like pick it up, and I felt like I was doing something that was sort of approximating smoking, but it wasn't quite as bad. But some people, I don't know. They make like herbal cigarettes too, which I think are not that don't have any nicotine and don't have any tobacco in them.
I don't think it'll be effective. You got to stop smoking and replace it with something else.
Yeah.
That's what worked for me.
Hopefully not eating, which is
Yeah.
what
Then after
is what I was afraid.
how long did I
of.
vape for? Maybe 2 years.
Something like that.
After a couple
And
years,
you
I
got
was just
super
like,
into it. Like you were even mixing your own stuff.
Yeah.
and-
After a couple of years, I'm like, I really wasn't getting anything out of it because I had been at zero nicotine for about a year.
Yeah.
So I just forget to take it.
Yeah, because you get like the vape, you can get it with
Yeah.
nicotine in it or without or with different percentages. So
Yeah.
you can just what we did was we just started out with
ourselves up.
nicotine and then just less until
Yeah.
it was zero.
Yeah, and then you couldn't tell a difference. It didn't matter by that time. And then
Yeah.
gets to the point to where you're like going places and then you forget to take your fucking mod with you. And then you go like, it doesn't really matter that I didn't take it.
That's what
And
happened
then-
to me.
Yeah, and then eventually you go like, fuck the mod.
Yeah.
You don't need it.
I had it because, like I said, I had it sitting on my desk in my office, and then like I would realize that I'd gone like a whole day or two without picking it
I
up.
still got it, man. I got a bunch of e-liquid. I can fake it right
we got
now.
all kind of shit.
I forget about it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's the thing. I just forgot about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about other series that we'll probably be reviewing for the matinee show. We are only one episode into this, but already it looks like the craziest shit that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Tiger King.
Yeah.
They just added it on fucking Netflix, right? And it's like, I was like, okay, well, we got to review that because I heard somebody talking about it, and they said this is the craziest shit you'll ever see. It's like a true story, like a true crime type of thing. And like I said, I had finished watching Marianne because I still had like 4 or 5 episodes left of that. So we only saw the first episode of Tiger King, but I'm like, already, this looks like fucking insane. We definitely
I don't want to say, you know.
We definitely have to watch the rest of this like tonight.
It's about this guy. He's here in Florida, and they've got a lot of people.
Well,
like
he
this.
started in Florida. I think he moved somewhere else.
They have a lot of people like that here in Florida. They have these big farms and barns, a lot of them out in Eustis and
Florida,
stuff.
man, it's a thing.
Florida, and there's one of them I know of that had a bunch of lions and tigers. The dude that owned it, he used to be one of the Tarzans, I think, in the movies. He's an old guy.
Yeah. I know you're talking
But
about.
he just loves fucking lions and tigers and got them. He didn't get in any trouble, but this dude did. I mean, he's got almost 200 big cats. And there's a bunch of people after him. But you look at the guy, I don't want to say white trash or anything. Nobody's trash. Okay? But there are some people...
That's very sweet of you.
Nobody's trash. You know
They
what I mean?
aren't, no.
Just that there's always a group of people where, you know what I mean, kind of like the genes have kind of fucking... They have a lot of unpopular genes. You know what I'm talking about?
Unpopular genes.
Yeah. And over the generations, you know what I mean? Fucking, you can see who comes from that batch.
I mean, the thing is, it's like
this dude is trashy looking. Is crazy,
yeah.
man.
I mean, this dude, and he did some horrible shit like later on, which we haven't. Like, I know roughly the outline of the case. We haven't got that far in the series yet.
He's trying to be. He's a nice guy. If you ask me, he's trying to be nice. He does care about those cats, but I think it's an addiction. I don't think he knows exactly what's best.
Plus, I think he's not entirely right.
I don't think he's a little bit crazy. But then there's some of the shit that happened so far. I mean, like, he's got 200 cats, and people are trying to take these cats from him. All right, you have to kind of balance shit out. What would happen to him if they were taken from him? A lot of those cats would probably be killed.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's the thing. It's like
there aren't very many of them in the wild.
I don't mind people having animals like that if they know what they're doing. If they're in a habitat. Yeah. If they're, monitored, so they're like taking care of them. You know what I mean? If there aren't a lot of them in the wild, generally, if there are a lot of them in the wild, then I think they should stay in the wild because that's where they should be.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of them in the wild.
Right.
So.
That's what I mean. I do feel like, I don't have any problem with like some place like Animal Kingdom or something like that where, they have like animals that... there aren't a lot of them in the wild, so they have like a breeding program that's being undertaken with like, veterinarians and stuff like that, and they have all the medicines and everything. That's fine. I don't think that you should just let any Tom, Dick, and Harry keep a bunch of cats just in cages in his backyard because it's like not only
get hurt.
it's like not only that, but it's like they could escape.
Yeah.
So you have to like, and probably if you're just keeping them in a cage in your backyard, then obviously that means that you're not really caring for them to the best of, which probably be best for that cat. And like I said, it's probably not real good for your neighbors either if they fucking escape. And at the end of the first episode, spoiler alert, somebody gets their fucking arm bitten off.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean.
Because there's untrained staff dealing with them.
That's what I'm saying.
Anybody come
That's why you just can't let any motherfucker.
I get kind of torn between it because they're trying to take the cats from him, but chances are they'd kill a lot of the cats if they did take the cats from him.
Yeah, and nobody wants that either.
He's not abusing the cats. He likes the cats. It's just that he's got a lot of them. They're not living like a big cat. They're living more like dogs.
Yeah.
You go in there and petting them and
they're
happy, you know what I mean? They're not skinny, or they're not starving, they're eating. I'd rather have them like that than be put down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which that's probably what they would do.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust the fucking state to go in there and go,
well, it's just kind of like when...
Well, we don't have a habitat for these cats, and we have to keep them to spec, and we can't really afford that. Let's kill 3/4 of them. The other ones we might be able to give these to people who can take care of.
Well, shit, even like around here,
I
like
don't trust
bears
how they do
that were
shit.
wild.
Yeah,
you
they
know,
were killing all
They
bears.
killed a bunch of bears because one of them like attacked somebody. So
Yeah, and that didn't happen. That's just the story that they told.
but
that's
they
not
killed
what
7
really
bears
happened.
around here,
7
including
killed.
like a baby one.
Killed 7 innocent bears that they're not pets, but they just walk around neighborhoods and ask for garbage. And
I see them walking around all the time.
they're not a threat.
I mean, as long as you don't like fuck with them and jump up in their face and stuff.
And that woman was not attacked. It was a woman from another country that was afraid of the damn bears. She left her garage open, and they will go right into your garage.
We've seen him do it.
Yep, I've stopped a bear from doing it. She saw me do it.
Yeah, he was going in to see what was in the fridge.
He was going to open that refrigerator up.
They can open a fridge.
Yeah, and I pulled up and says, "Come on out of there." They're not very big, most of them. They're the size of a dog, of a big dog. You know, that one was. How tall at the shoulder? Maybe 3 feet?
Maybe 4.
Maybe 4 feet at the shoulder. That bear did not outweigh me, I don't think.
I can't remember. He was fairly large. I've seen bigger
Yeah.
ones. Like the one that when we came home from the club one night and it was sitting in our driveway, that one was actually pretty
If you
big.
approach a black bear, they submit. Like a dog, the dog puts a tail between his legs and gets a scared look. That's what they do. And, anyway, I just was like, "Hey, bear, no, you can't go in there." And he's like, "Oh shit." And
It's like, damn it, I was looking to see if they had any
Yeah.
beer.
Anyway, what happened is that she had her garage door open. And at the back of the garage, she had a garbage can. And it walked in there to go get the garbage can. She came out of the garage door. And where she just stepped out
Was in between the garbage can.
the garbage can,
so the bear
door,
felt threatened, like he was cornered.
and next to that thing was a car in the garage. The bear had no way of getting out except through that woman, and it ran towards her. It grabbed her. It grabbed her and drug her a little bit to move her out of the way, and then let it go, and then
ran off.
And then ran off. It was not an attack. It
Yeah.
was just trying to get out of there.
Like I said, when you can't corner an animal, they will freak out.
Yeah, it was scared.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, I'm sure the woman was scared too, obviously.
And she was not injured. That was another thing. She wasn't injured. And so what do? Animal control comes down here and kills 8 bears. Just local random fucking bears. You know what I mean? I'm a hunter. I kill shit, but I eat it. They just threw those fucking dead bodies away.
Yeah, and that really bummed me out because I was like...
Killed them for nothing.
I mean, one, we built a neighborhood in their
Yeah.
habitat.
Yeah. And they're not a big threat.
Yeah.
They're not a threat.
I haven't seen one for a while now that I'm thinking about it.
There was one of them that kind of worried me that he was fucking big. Really big, and he had an injured leg, and he was across the street one time.
Yeah.
And a bear like that they don't catch anyway. They're not an apex predator. They're more like a scavenger.
Yeah, they just scavenge.
They look for shit to eat.
Mostly
They
in
don't
your
chase
garbage
anything.
cans
They
or
usually
your
don't chase
refrigerators.
anything down to eat it. But they'll get frogs and fucking fish and turn over garbage cans. And, they don't want any trouble. They actually don't even like to fight for food. They have a ready supply of easily available food.
Yeah, they don't need to fight for food.
Yeah, they're
Because
not.
it's everywhere.
Right. But that particular bear with the hurt leg, because he got hit by a car at one time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they ended up killing him. He was one of the ones that they killed during that eight bear slaughter. He was one of them because they thought that, and I kind of agreed with the assessment that as he aged out, he may have a problem getting food, and maybe he might grab a person.
Yeah, because he
child.
got desperate. Yeah,
He's got desperate.
or someone's pet or something.
To grab, most likely he'd grab a child.
Yeah.
Be like something like, "Oh, that's small enough. That won't be able to get away from me."
Yeah.
And grab it.
That
would be the biggest threat. He didn't do that. I'm just saying that might happen.
Right. That's something that you
So
have
I can
to
kind of
consider.
agree with that one.
But the other ones,
They were killing young bears with mama bear with their fucking cubs and shit.
That's what I mean. It was fucked up.
Just because it's in this area. But they had been here for a long time. They weren't bothering anybody.
That's what I meant. It was like, you know what I mean? It's like
and if they thought they were a threat, you could just trap them and relocate them. And you know what the answer was? Because, well, we got so many of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And see, that always kind of like bothers
Well,
me when it's, people are like, well, you said, because you even sometimes like you know, if I'm like bummed out, because like one time we were coming back from a walk and we found like a little squirrel.
Yeah.
And it had fallen out of a tree, it looked
Yeah.
like, and like busted his head.
Yeah. He never regained consciousness.
And yeah, he was still alive, so we
Yeah.
brought him home.
Yeah.
Oh, Pookie was freaking out.
Yeah,
I had the video. She was like trying to get in the bathroom, like, hey,
Yeah,
I know you have a squirrel in
give
there.
her a
I
squirrel because
wanna
she'll
play
body
with it."
slam it. I've seen her body slam gophers, pick them up, boom, and body slam them and look at
Yeah,
me like,
she
"Isn't that
does
something?"
not want to make friends with the squirrel. She wants to kill the squirrel.
Yeah.
And the squirrel already had a really bad day.
Yeah.
So, but she was freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, let me in.
She could smell it.
Yeah, she could smell it. And we tried to, like, revive him and, like, thought maybe he would be okay, but the next day he died.
Yeah, tried to cool his head off to get the swelling down. It didn't
You know, and it's like people say, you know, oh, there's lots of squirrels, which there are. There's squirrels everywhere. But I was like, well, that doesn't mean you should just, like, leave that
We talked
one.
to our vet friend, and he's like, they usually don't make it.
That's what we figured he probably wouldn't, but
It
we're
happens
like,
a lot.
well, we didn't want to just leave him in the middle of the, if he was going to die, I didn't just want to leave him in the middle of the path, like to get hit by a bike or something like that.
He was being eaten alive by ants. When I
That
found
too, and it's
Yeah.
like, at least he could be like, we could put him like in the towel and he'd be kind
Yeah.
of warm and maybe comfortable.
Yeah. But back to the
little guy.
bears, they did, you know, when fucking I asked fucking the cops about it when they were talking about.
Yeah, because they were parked in front of our house when I came
and
home
I
from
says,
work.
why don't they just relocate him? And he goes, we got so many. Yeah, because out, you know, in the more rural areas,
Yeah.
there's a shit ton.
Yeah, there's fucking bears
There's
everywhere.
lots of them. So they just, we got so many of them.
I mean, shit, I'd be coming home like from work in the afternoon, like 5, 6 o'clock, and I saw like 2 or 3 of them just like cruising
Yeah.
across people's yards, doo.
Yeah. Yeah. You would think that
In the
you
daytime.
would think that a big animal like that, a bear, you know, would be valuable, like something that would be kind of rare. But evidently, no. They're fucking everywhere.
Do you remember that one time that I looked out our back, our sliding glass door in our bedroom, and there was a wounded deer
Yeah, with his
sitting
leg flopping.
right by our porch, like right there.
Yeah, I should have shot that deer.
Yeah,
That deer died a slow and miserable death.
well, because at first I didn't realize that
Yeah.
that it was wounded, that she was wounded. She was
Yeah.
just like sitting there, and I was like, "Holy
Leg.
crap! There's a deer right there."
Yeah, his leg was all twisted and busted
Yeah,
up.
and then she got up and started walking off, and her leg was just flopping.
Yeah, that leg got caught in some kind of chain link fence or something. She
Oh,
pulled her leg
man.
leg
It was all
apart,
busted.
and that it was around for a couple days. But I
We
never.
looked for it. We looked.
I'm
for
not in an area where you can fire and get
no,
away
that
with it.
probably would not be a good idea. The houses
But
are kind of
I
close
probably
together.
should have manned up and shot that thing anyway. Because I called animal control and they said, "Oh yeah, we know about that one. It'll die." That was the. I says, "Yeah, that's kind of a slow death." And he goes, "It's nature." And I was like,
Great.
and I was like,
Thanks.
"Can I kill it?" And they go, "No, you're not. You're within the city limits. You can't shoot there."
You can't.
And there it is. I should have done it anyway.
Probably.
Yeah,
Just,
I had something that could have been pretty quiet. Nobody would have known. But that
because I felt so bad.
Yeah, that thing fucking probably died over a period of a few weeks. Because I saw it over a period of a few weeks.
Because
so.
she could still walk, sort of,
Yeah, but not really
but
eat.
not
and,
really.
And usually they come to a bad end when they're that wounded.
That's what I mean. It was really heartbroken.
Yeah, something else
like, to
ate
see
it, probably.
God damn.
Yeah. But
Nature
that'd be bad to
sucks.
just walk around with a damn dangling, fucking
Yeah.
twisted up leg like that.
I know, horrible.
Yeah.
This show
It
is
was
so,
all swollen.
this
and
show is so cheerful.
It was all swollen, and you know what I mean. Around here, maggots and shit get into everything.
Yeah. Ugh. Fucking Florida.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to wrap this up
Yeah,
for
that's it.
today? All
Yeah,
right,
that's
so
it.
it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk to you guys again tomorrow. I'm putting up some more horror stories tomorrow. We're gonna watch the rest of that Tiger King thing tonight
Yeah.
later. So, like I said, we'll talk about that on the
Yeah.
matinee show, and I'll find something else new to watch too. So,
Yeah.
something else to look forward to. So, we'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.